you. Thank you. Welcome to Season 2 of the Nerd Librarian Show with Mr. Evans. This episode, ladies and gentlemen, is a very special one. It's our first episode in front of a live studio audience of Monsoons. Yep, that's right. That is Mrs. Skorka's 4th period advanced English class. Give it up for yourselves again, guys. All right, you're done. It's really amazing to have you guys here, but there's a lot more pressure to put on a good show when you have a whole studio of students watching you. But I'm super excited, and I'm sure you guys are going to be a great audience and support me the whole way. Boo! Hey, that was totally uncalled for. Tough crowd. Speaking of tough crowds, on today's show, a world where all the creative kids are rounded up and sent to death farms. Jesus is alive, and he's hilarious. A girl with hair like fire decides to use her powers for good, which might be tough because her family is evil. And I bet you didn't know that we have Monster High books in our library. Oh, I have your attention now? Yeah, Monster High books in our library. All this and more, so much more, on today's show. Yes, let's get started. You know, the worst thing in the world is when you create something beautiful and artistic, and then your teacher sends you to a death farm for being creative. It's totally lame. And in our first novel, The Unwanteds, all the 13-year-olds in the world of Quill are separated into Wanteds, Necessary, or Unwanted. The Unwanteds are usually the creative, artistic kids, and they get sent to a death farm to die in a great lake of burning oil. Lovely. Let's take a look.
In the world of Quill, creativity isn't a talent. It's a crime.
As with many of the novels I recommend to you guys, I want you not only to enjoy reading this book, but to pay attention to what the book is saying on a deeper level. In this case, what it's saying about creativity and censorship. What's next? In our next novel, Coaltown Jesus, Walker's older brother Noah recently. Oh, what is this?
Breaking
yes,
library
it appears. Yes, as you just heard, it appears we have breaking library news, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Amazing. Okay. Folks, this is incredible. It appears that last night, Mayfair's own Caden Santos, class of 2023, was reading the novel Ungifted by Gordon Corman when, in a pinch, he used his cell phone as a bookmark. Yeah, I know, right? Absolutely incredible. Folks, this changes everything that we know about using items that are not bookmarks as bookmarks. The world will never be the same. This has been another installment of Breaking Library News. So, where was I? Ah yes, Coaltown Jesus, which is hilarious but also heart-wrenching at times. So we're going to take it down a notch here. Our main character, Walker, has an older brother who dies unexpectedly of a drug overdose. Walker, of course, is really struggling to deal with the death of his brother, and so is his mother. She's cried every day for 2 months. Walker constantly prays for whoever is up there to help him and his family through this. One day in Walker's room, Jesus appears as a middle school kid in red high tops. This is not the Jesus that Walker was expecting. Nor was he expecting Jesus to constantly be cracking jokes all the time. Hilarious jokes. I was cracking up at Jesus' jokes the whole book, which is super short. It'll take you less than an hour to read. So, you might ask, why would Jesus appear and start saying joke after joke when Walker really needs his help? Well, I can't tell you that. I mean, I could tell you that. It's my show. I can do whatever I want. But I'm not going to tell you. The answer to that question is the purpose of the whole book, and I'm going to let you find out on your own. What I will tell you is that it doesn't matter if you are a person of faith, agnostic, or atheist. This book isn't about getting you to change your faith. It's about loss, dealing with loss, the tough questions in life, and the beauty that is ever present in life, even during the worst of times. In the space of an hour, I laughed, I cried from laughing, and that's my kind of book. And it can be yours too, if you come to the library. What's next? Our next book, The Flame in the Mist, has so many creative and imaginative elements that I bet you wouldn't even believe me if I told you what they were. In fact, that gives me an idea. Let's play a little game. The rules are simple. I'll tell you guys 6 weird things that are in the novel The Flame in the Mist. The problem is, one of the items on this list isn't really in the book, and you guys have to guess which one of these things is missing from the novel. Let's call this game The Flame in the Mist. Are you ready? Hope so. Here we go. Number 1, a castle full of terrors. Number 1, a castle full of terrors. Seems like that could be something that's in this novel. Number 2, a clock with hands that are made from the bones of human fingers. Gross. I hope it's not that one. I hope that's not in the book. Number 3, telepathic rats. Awesome. Number 4, an evil family that practices black magic called the Agramons. Number 5, ghost children. And number 6, a ritual where nasty things are conjured up as part of a tribute to an evil god. Wow, that one looks really disturbing. All right, fans, which is it? Let's hear it. Which one do you have? Which one of these is not in the book? Let's hear it. 3, okay. Just 3? All of you think 3, huh? All right, let's take a look. Number 2, that's right. The book does not have a clock with human fingers for hands, which is good because that would give me nightmares until the end of time. But that means it does have all of these other things and so much more. Let's take a look. What I really liked about this novel is the constant struggle between good and evil. What's next? And it's the moment you've all been waiting for, Monster High. Take it away, Monster High.
Monsters, so bizarre. M-O-N-S-T-E-R. Monsters, yes we are. M-O-N-S-T-E-R. Monsters, so bizarre. M-O-N-S-T-E-R. Monsters, the party never dies. Monster high, monster high. Freaky, chic and fly. Monster high. We're student bodies, we've got spirits, yes we do. We've got spirits, how about you? We've got spirits, yes we do. We've got spirits, how about you?
For those of you who've been living under a rock and don't know what Monster High is, it's like a really big deal. It started out as a doll franchise in 2010 with characters that are based on monster movies, thriller fiction, and science fiction horror. It's expanded to video games, TV specials, movies, and books. Even if you had no idea what Monster High is until now, these books are still a fun read, with characters like Frankie Stein and Draculora. Names like that just can't be pun intentional. And school subjects like geography and physical deducation, all while the girls, or ghouls, are being distracted by the cute boy monsters called mansters. Wow, these books really need a shot of pun-acillin. We have a bunch of these books on our shelves, including Ghoulfriends Forever, which is the book trailer you just saw, Monster High, a novel, Back and Deader Than Ever, The Ghoul Next Door, and Ghoulfriends Till the End. Man, someone needs to put these authors in the pun-attentuary. Okay, I can't do it anymore. My neck actually hurts from all the turning. Luckily, that's it for another episode of the Nerd Librarian Show with Mr. Evans. Yes, thank you so much. An extra special thanks to you guys, Mrs. Skorka's 4th period English class. You rock, and I had so much fun with you today. As always, be good to each other, Monsoons.